Hello everyone, here I am in another video, and today I decided to make this video to invite you on a challenge alongside with me because I want to be more disciplined by the end of the year. And I've watched such a incredible video giving us 10 habits to help us to, start being more disciplined. And I will let the original video down in the description because it's really good and I highly recommend you to watch it. But I took some notes of these habits, and I would like to share with you these habits alongside with some tips for us to make it more achievable in your routine. Because the title of the original video is 10 habits to build extreme discipline. So it's not easy. It's not easy, but with the tips I will give you, and I will be also applying in my daily routine, I guess we can both achieve this goal, okay? So let's start with it. The first one is no social media for the first hour of the day. And yes, I'm taking notes from my strawberry shortcake notebook. But has been a challenge to me because um you know, bad habits are part of my daily life nowadays. Back in the past, I used to be much more disciplined and I didn't touch my cell phone till, I've been like more than 2 hours awake. So since I got lazy and depressed, I end up using my cell phone right after I wake up. And this is terrible, guys. It's terrible. It's a terrible habit. So some tips I can give you to help stop doing it is instead of taking your phone, doing something else right after you wake up. The thing I'll be doing, which is something I used to do back in the past and I am trying to do, is to take shower because a shower is a good way for us to active our body because water is incredible to help with it. And it's a time that I cannot use my phone while I'm on the bath. So because of that, it's a good start. But there are many other things that you can do to avoid using social media at the moment. Some of them can be something that I used to do back when I was younger and it didn't allowed me to use my phone was to do my devotional. So I took my Bible and I read it, and then right after that I took a shower. And yes, sometimes I slept over my Bible. Yes, I did. But let's ignore this part. So you can do many other things. Many people work out is really good as well. But in my case, I didn't have a good experience working out right after I wake up. But it's a good way because if you work out right after you wake up, right in the morning, you will not be thinking about doing it by the end of the day. It's something that is already done. I think it's a good thing as well. And something else that I can give a tip, take a glass of water is really good for you to active your body as well. All those things, not to be using social media because I know it's really hard. Something else that you can do is go to bed at the same time every night. And this is really hard as well. But the best thing I did that actually helped me in some point of my life to go to sleep at the same time every night was to understand my body. And it's something that I have to put in practice again because I haven't been doing it. But it's basically for you to understand how your body works. So for example, my case in example, I understand that it would took me more than an hour for me to sleep after I lay on the bed. So what I try to do is to understand that, okay, if I want to sleep 10 p.m., I cannot go to bed 10 p.m. I have to go to bed 9 p.m. because it took me at least an hour to sleep, And something else, in my case, it was really helpful, was to take melatonin. I know that melatonin is not the best thing to help you sleep, but in my case, it helps. It's not a solution, but it helps. And I understand as well that melatonin takes, sometimes an hour to have effect on my body. So because of that, for example, if I want to sleep 10 p.m., I'll lay on the bed 9 p.m. and took melatonin at this time as well. And in most of the cases, I was sleeping 10 p.m. So you have to understand how your body works. Maybe in your case, it won't be the same as mine, but it's a good way for you to help help you to regulate your sleep, because it's really hard for us to regulate our sleep, and these tips actually help me to regulate. So I know this is not easy. Another thing that I can give you a tip is, do not do something that, you know, takes a lot of energy right after right before you go to sleep, because if you're, for example, if you're working out at the moment you should be sleeping, your body will be extremely active. So it won't be, it will take some time for your body to rest and actually get to a point that it understood that I have to stop now. So by, it's getting late, stop doing so extreme activities. Go take it easy and easy and easy and easy till the moment you fell asleep, you know? So it will actually help you. And it's really important for us to have a regulated sleep, because it helps us to program your body, to be prepared to every moment of the day. And by time you feel that, you won't even have to have this routine I mentioned before, because your body will understand that this time I have to be sleepy. I have to be sleeping, you know? So the other thing, kind of related to the previous ones, is go 1 week without pressing the snooze button on alarm. It will also help you to regulate your sleep. The same way you have to make your body understand that it's time to sleep, you have to make your body understand that it's time to wake up, you know? And sometimes we have this habit of, I can have more 5 minutes. Yes, you can, but it's not good for your body, So one tip that I can give you about it is, don't force your body to wake up much earlier than it requires. It was a problem to me, because I was like, I want to wake up 5 a.m. because I used to wake up 5 a.m. when I was younger. And I stopped this habit because depression makes you feel you want to sleep more once you're depressed. And I was sleeping too much. And I was like, no, I want to go to the other extreme. I want to wake up extremely early, and it's not good as well. So I try to find an hour of the day that I can wake up and it's not too late nor too early, which is 7 a.m. It's a good time for me to work, to wake up, to make things done and all. And I still have time to do other things. And it's easy because, for example, today I was extremely tired yesterday and I woke up 9 a.m. Yes, I'm not I'm not proud of it, but I have to avoid it. I have to try to wake up every the same time every single day as well. Because as I said, the same way your body has a time to sleep, it has a time to wake up. You know, so it's really important for you to regulate it and do not allow your body to wake up in a different time every single day. So this thing of go 1 week without pressing this snooze button will help you to do not uh, dysregulate your body hour to wake up, okay? The other thing is, do 1 hour of deep work every single day. Many people didn't understand this part when they were watching the original video. And what the lady tried to explain by it is that when you're working, for example, in a corporate job and all, in your free time, you end up, you know, chatting with your coworkers, even while you're working. You'll be chatting because there are many people around you, or you're with your music on while you're working or watching a video, you know. And what she was trying to make you do by giving this tip is, it's okay for you to have these things in your work if your job allows you to do that, but it's really important for at least 1 hour of this day, do not have any distraction. Be fully focused on your work. No music, no YouTube videos, no TikTok, no chat, only working to get things done. And by doing it every single day, you will feel like in the next days you won't have many work, accumulated for you to be doing, So I think it's incredible good tip, and I will be trying to put it in practice as well. Even though in my case my job don't allow me to have these distractions, But in some, I understand, especially if you work with many people, they will end up, calling you and trying to distract you and try to gossip with you. And it's really important for at least 1 hour every day. Do not allow this kind of things. Okay. The other thing for me, this is one of the hardest one, is to sit in silence for 20 minutes a day. I hate to be alone with my thoughts. I hate. And I understand that it's really important for me to have access to these thoughts. So for me, it's still hard, but in this meantime, you cannot have any kind of distraction as well. For these 20 minutes, you have to be fully alone with your thoughts. So, no music, no movies, no journal, nothing. Only you and your thoughts. And in my case, what I did to help me with these uh, distractions, let's say, was doing meditation. Because meditation, you have to be breathing and focus on your body, on your feelings, what you're feeling with your body and all. So what I'm trying to do is meditation. It's not easy as well because I don't like meditation, but I have to admit that it actually works. Okay, I've I've been doing some. It's not exactly meditation, but what my therapist calls active imagination. She does it with me in some sections, and it's really good because you achieve many parts of your mind that you usually don't that you usually ignore, and it helps you to connect with your inner self. So meditation for me was a good thing that helps me to be in silence without distraction for at least 10 minutes. I still haven't reached the point of 20 minutes yet. Okay. And the other one is go one full week of keeping your social media screen time below 45 minutes. It's hard to me as well. Before it was Instagram, but today Instagram is not a problem to me anymore. Today's TikTok. I'm so ashamed. I am ashamed. The worst day in my life was the day that I downloaded TikTok. But I did it to work and it ended up being a distraction to me as well. But what I'm trying to do to avoid it being so much time on TikTok and I still haven't reached my goal of 45 minutes is basically to, how can I say that? Yeah, is to avoid going on social media and try to consume more art. So instead of watching TikToks for hours of my day, I end up watching a movie, I end up watching a TV show. So because of that, in this last 2 weeks, I been watching like 20, I guess almost 20 movies. Not kidding. And also TV shows. So I watched The Offer. I highly recommend you. I'll make a video about it on my second channel where you can subscribe to support me. Call me Jane. I will add it link to below as well. So The Offer. I watched 3 movies of Rocky. I watched a lot of movies, and it's been a good experience because I've been trying to watch movies that I'm not actually pretty used watching. I'm trying something new. I'm trying new movies, so it's been a good experience and it's actually helped me with this screen time. But I still haven't reached my goal of keep it below 45 minutes, and seem like it's not, but for 45 minutes on a social media, it's too much time. But you don't see the time passing while you're using it. It's bizarre. It's bizarre, but it helps me a lot, okay? The other one is to the one, okay, I don't understand my own letter. The one thing I've been putting off first every single morning. Everyone has something that is harder for us to do. So, for example, if you're someone who has a hard time working out, you have to put it the first time on week, this first time of the morning, you know. So that's what she's trying to do. The thing that you is helpful for you, that it will help you to achieve your goal, but you're putting off because you because you simply put this off for no reason. You have to do it first a day. So if it's studying, you study the first time in the morning. If it's working out, work out the first thing in the morning. So you have to take these things because the important of these things for you is to get it done. It's something that for you is important, but you have a hard time getting it done. So in these cases, you have to do it first in the morning. Okay. The other thing is I'm one. Okay, I don't change my own letter. That's the case. Mm, ah, okay. find one accountability party that are going to negotiate that you're set to what you're set to yourself. Basically, in this case, I don't understand my letter, okay? In this case, it's basically you have to put goals on a day for you to achieve, and you ask for the help of someone that you trust to make this person kind of, put pressure on you to get it done. And if you don't know this, you be like to pay something for them. It can be money, it can be anything else, but basically, if you have a goal of, let me think about it, doing 100, 100 is a bit too much. No, it's okay, it's fine. Doing 100 squats a day. You have to do this 100 squats a day, and you tell a friend, tell someone you trust to remember you of doing it every single day. And if you don't do it, you have to pay something for them, you know. In my case, I still haven't found someone to help me with that. But wish me luck. If you want to be my partner, I will be open to that. But it's basically this, someone who will put in you pressure to get the things that are important for you done and something that you usually put off. So in my case, for example, I'll take the same example of the original video. So I have to post every single day at least 3 videos on TikTok, and I'll be asking for someone to help me with that, to remind you, look, record your video, post your video. And if I don't do that, I'll have to pay something for this person. This is a bit hard because sometimes not everyone will have you know, they don't want to help you in that. But if you know someone you trust, it's actually a pretty good thing. The other thing is block out one full week where you will mark no plans with anyone. So basically, at least for 1 week, do not have any kind of entertainment. Be fully focused on you. And do not, try to do something with someone. Do not put pressure on yourself to be going out and those things. No, be completely focused on yourself, on your things. So it's a week that will be working, working out, studying, not any distractions with anyone. And it is really important. In my case, this one is not that hard, but I know that many people, they like social activities and all, and they can't stand a week without it. So it's really important for at least 1 week. You try, okay? Um, Work every single day for at least 4 hours on a project you've been waiting to complete. This one is really important to me because sometimes we have many projects that we think that can be a turning point in your life, but you never actually dedicate many time of your day on this project. And this is something you have to do. So put a goal of at least 4 hours, on this project every single day. And I have many of them that I haven't put in, paying the attention that it requires. So try to take at least 4 hours every day to focus on this project. It can be early in the morning, it can be at night, the time you're available to that. But it's really important because sometimes we have many projects, they're good, they're fine, but we never complete them because, let's be honest, we don't put enough time on this. We are always having distractions with other things, with other people, and we end up, avoiding these kind of things. And that can be helpful for us. And the last tip, and so important as well, go 1 week without sugar, alcohol, and junky food. No cheat day. Sugar is a delicate topic to me. But yes, it's really important for us to, as I said, I just think because my thoughts, they're extremely accelerated these days. Um, in many cases of these tips, it's not that you won't do all of those things anymore in your life, but it's a way for us to train our brain to learn to live without those things in case we need. So when she's saying to go 1 week without sugar, alcohol, or junk food, doesn't mean that you won't need it anymore for your whole life. No, but it's for you teach your brain that you can live without it. And it by day it will require less this kind of thing. So for example, I don't take soda for like 10 years. And recently I tried to drink soda again because I was like, I don't even remember the taste of soda. And when I drink it, I was like, it's not that good. I don't like it so much because I learned how to live without it. So that's what she's trying to say. It's not that you want take it anymore. It's not that you want eat it anymore. No, but you have to learn to live without it. And the less your body have access to this kind of thing, the less you miss this kind of things. Okay, so now that I gave you all these 10 tips, what I will say is that I would actually want to try all those things starting tomorrow because today I already failed. For example, I'm taking a coffee and it has sugar. Anyways, but what I'm trying to do is exactly what I said. I want to have some challenges in my life to be more disciplined. It means that these 10 meetings, they will be like life saving, that it will, fix me in 1 week. Of course not, but it's a first step, and I'm sharing with you because I actually thought that these tips, they are very helpful and it's not impossible to achieve. This lady, if you watch the original video, and I highly recommend you, she's not promising you a miracle. No, it's actually a workout. This is a workout. It's like taking activities for you to do at home after school. It's something to teach you by practice, and it will not change, your life in 1 week. No, but I've seen many videos of people telling you how to be more disciplined, where they are giving it those tips. They're actually pretty hard to achieve. So as I said, for example, if you want to be more disciplined, you have to wake up 5 a.m. It's hard to wake up 5 a.m. Not everyone is able to wake up 5 a.m. There are many people who are going to work 5 a.m. They are coming back to work 5 a.m. So you understand that everybody has a different routine. And sometimes waking up 5 a.m. won't save, won't help anyone. So what I think that is really interesting in all those tips is that they are hard, they're not easy, but it's actually a fight of you against yourself. It's about you trying your best to be better, and these things, they are not impossible, because if it was such an extreme habit, if it was such extreme tips, they were like, you are not allowed to use social media, but they were like, no, you can use social media, but you can spend too much time on it, so I think it's quite reasonable, all those tips, and I'll be trying, and I'll be sharing with you next week what is my results if I felt like I was more, you know, more disciplined by putting these activities in practice. Okay, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check the original one, please. I don't want to steal anyone's work without giving the credits. And remember to subscribe to my new channel where I'll be talking about movies, TV shows, and memes, and all those things, that I'm not able to talk here because here's a different channel. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to make more videos with this topic, and see you in the next one. Bye.